Guys, winning cards here. I got Brandon. Brandon, what did we do this last weekend?
I got 4th at the Omaha Regional.
Oh man, what did we play?
We played the birds.
The flu?
The flu. We were spreading the bird flu.
Oh, okay, great.
I mean, it's nothing. Deck profile is nothing too out of this world.
Oh, we'll find out.
3 Rabina.
Yeah.
Basic. If you're not, you gotta play it. 3 Eagle. Standard. 1 and 1 on the other 2. Some people are starting to play more. These are fine. I resolved both of them plenty of times, and they're both really good in their own ways. Big Birds playing 3 M-Pen.
Have to.
Yeah, I thought about cutting 1 and playing a Snell instead, but M-Pen just gives you more value, and I didn't have enough time to test with the Snell, so I didn't bother with it. And then I'm also playing Ryza and Avian.
Yeah.
Ryza is dumb. If you can start looping either your Shifter or your Featherstorm, and this comboing Avian's negate with Unexplored Winds is just really good because you can keep negating their stuff, removing a piece of something on their field, negate, remove. It's just really good. So you gotta play those guys. Then hand traps, Shifter. Just Shifter.
Just Shifter. Doesn't need
Fire doesn't play well with Shifter. I mean, they can kind of try to put up a board, but it's just gonna kill the rest of their game.
Yep.
So it's really good.
And your deck plays very well through that card.
Yeah, I literally don't care about Shifter. And then I'm playing 2 Crow, just because it's really good to snipe some of the cards when people are trying to do targeted revivals or anything like that. Because you don't always find the Shifter, so. And Crow's searchable.
That's right.
That's the monsters. Spells, 3 field spell. It's really good. This plus any little bird is pretty much your combo. 3 Advent of Adventure, and I'm also playing 1 Swallow's Cowrie.
Oh, the new card, yeah.
Advent is like way better because it gets you your field spell and it dodges. They're both good for dodging, like Impermanent Veiler, but this is just better because it gets you more options, and this, you can't tag like an M-Pen into something good like this can. This can only tag an M-Pen into an M-Pen, so 1 is fine. You could probably cut it and play something else if you really wanted to. I tried the 1, it worked out well. 1 Unexplored Winds, it's really good. You can cycle cards back to Wing Beast back to get more cards.
Yep.
And just removing your opponent's stuff is really good. Consistency. 3 Pot of Prosperity,
Duality?
3 Pot of Duality.
Yeah.
I mean,
the Dusa ones too. Those are nice.
Just digging through your deck is always really good, especially if you go this, dig 6 deep, put whichever ones you didn't take on the bottom, this, dig 3 more. It's really good.
Ashbait too.
Yeah, Ashbait, though sometimes you get drolled though after you resolve it, so you gotta,
look at you.
You always gotta think about, speaking of droll, when you get drolled, you thrust, get into one of either your Dreaming Town or your Featherstorm, just whatever you need, and hopefully it's enough to keep you going. Really glad I started playing that.
It's a good card.
And then 1 called by because screw droll and
Negate hand traps.
yeah, getting the hand trap is bad. And then playing 1 Dimensional Fissure. Played the 1. You could. There's an argument to play 2. There's an argument to play none. Just because it's not like it doesn't do much on its own, and it sits there and can get removed by your opponent if they see it.
Yeah, but if you don't have a way to get rid of that and Shifter, that hurts a lot.
Yeah, well, especially just going first, you activate this. They can't droll you. They can't Veiler you, so it cuts down on some of the hand traps that are worthwhile against you.
You're free to play at that point.
Yeah, there was a game where I bricked on like this and 2 Shifters, and I thought I was gonna lose, but the guy couldn't kill me, so I managed to get out of it. But that was the only time it really was like a negative thing to see it.
Yeah.
So you could play more or less. It just kind of. There's arguments both ways. And then traps, I'm playing the 1 Dreaming Town, and then other thrust targets, Imperm, evenly, and Featherstorm in the main, because these are really good going second, because if they put up something like Appaloosa, you need to be able to deal with it. This could probably be a Dark Ruler no more too. I just went with Imperm just because if I'm going second, it can still be useful.
Yeah.
Or like to disrupt their combos.
Featherstorm's really good too.
Featherstorm's just dumb. Like you just
that card, I cannot believe.
you activate it, your opponent's turn just skips their turn unless they're playing like they had to be playing Runic exactly, or they skip their turn. And then evenly to wipe like the Snake Eyes boards is really good because nobody's putting up like a spell trap negate really anymore.
Nope, they're not.
So that's the main deck. It's 40 cards. As I said, I thought everything worked pretty well.
I like the ratios. Yeah, it's good, solid.
I really didn't have like a bad hand all day. The only round I lost was game 1. The guy impermed my Rabina, and I didn't have anything to follow up, and he OTK'd me because he's playing Snake Eye. And then game 2, he had Droll, and then Droll again, and I didn't have a wind for my Featherstorm. I just had Rabina, so I was like, well, sucks, but it is what it is.
Yeah. What
So
we got
that's
side.
We got an extra deck too, though.
Oh no.
I went into this once all day, but it was really good when I did. So, assembled Nightingale because it can attack directly, and then you layer it with this, and then you layer it with Zeus.
Do you have Zeus?
Yep. I went into this is the only package I went into all day because round 1, the opponent went first and he summoned Inspector Border, and I was like, oh, that's not good. But I was able to make Zeus, wipe it, and it was all good after that. Other Xyz, I'm playing Thrush. It's not, none of these are optimal to go into, but they can help you remove problems. So this helps you remove Zombie World.
Oh yeah.
And then I put this in. I didn't go into it at all. I don't think there's really many decks that make boards that make this worth going into, but I had it just in case because I had the space.
Yeah.
Lynx, Anima, if they put their problem monster in the wrong spot, you can suck it up and deal with it.
Yeah.
Nightmare package just for general utility.
Good for you.
Could have come up. I don't know.
Vaccine Cerberus ran.
Access code to beat things up, and then Underworld Goddess because sometimes they've got a monster you just need to suck up and link off with, and then these other 4 don't really matter. They're just filler spots. They could be something more useful. They could be extra copies of any of these cards, just what I had on me at the time. So that's the extra deck. Side, I'm siding the 3rd Crow because it's just really good going second. Also siding to Droll because it's just it's not great against Snake Eyes, but a lot of the rogue decks it's really good against. It won me my 6th round against Dinosaurs, so that was good.
You beat Dino, one of your favorite decks.
Yep.
Nice.
2 Cosmic.
Yep.
Ideally, it would have been to snipe the card in the back row against Snake Eyes, but never saw it for that. Feather Duster, Lightning Storm, and 2 evenly. I mean, just board breakers, really good. 2 more imperms, again, just depending on the matchup. You thought I might need more targeted negation, so. And then more cards for going first. 2 different Dimension Ground, and the other 2 Storm.
You play more removal besides the freaking DeFi. Nice job.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's the other thing with DeFi. It has to sit on the board. This, you get only a turn out of it, but there's nothing they can do about it once you've activated it.
No, and it's very problematic to chain that on the activation, I think.
Yeah, so.
And of course,
these were good. These pretty much came in every time I was going first.
Yeah, Featherstorm speaks for itself.
Yeah,
that card is
just really good. So, overall, like I said, I think the deck worked really well. I didn't really brick very often. I don't think I ever had an unplayable hand. It was usually I ran into a hand trap that stopped me, and I had to refigure things out.
What was your record at the end of the day?
I was 7-1. Got my rounds. If you have any interest in that?
Yeah.
Round 1 was like a stun. It was like border stun.
Okay.
1, 2. Lost the first game because I was kind of, went 2-1 just because he kind of threw me off. Then I played Fire, which I 2-0'd the guy. Or no, that's the guy that 0-2'd me. He went undefeated. It's Bruce. He smoked everybody all day. Kashtira 2-0'd him because just Cash doesn't really do anything to the birds, especially when his Fenrir kept banishing the little birds with Fenrir instead of like anything else. So I was like, okay, they're banished face up, doesn't matter. Played Raid Raptors round 4. 2-1 wasn't. I don't know. It was kind of. There were times it was kind of sketchy, but it ended up working out fine. We played. Then I played Fire round 5. I 2-0'd that guy because I had Featherstorm game 1 going first, and then I looped Shifter game 2, and he just couldn't do anything.
I hate that Shifter can be looped in that deck.
Yep. Round 6 was Dinosaurs 2-0. I drolled him. There wasn't really anything he was doing.
Nope.
And then round 7 and 8 were Fire, Snake Eyes decks again. Round 7 was 2-1. That was a little bit closer. That's the one where I was bricking on. I think it was game 3. I bricked on the Di-Fi and the Shifters, and I had not a whole lot else going on. But he couldn't kill me, and I managed to get something going and come back and win that. And then round 8 was Snake Eyes again. Like I said, that was 2-0 because I don't think the guy was reading a lot of the blue cards like he didn't know what they did. So.
Yeah. We went 7-1 though, out of 240 players. So.
Well, yeah, so
it's pretty good.
It was a good time. It was the best regional finish I've ever had. So I was happy with it. I was happy with everything. Everyone else was not happy with me because I was playing birds, but that's their problem, not mine.
Right, exactly, Brandon. Perfect. We appreciate it. We will see you again next time.
Sounds good.